Hey everyone, so first of all, excuse my voice, I'm a little bit sick today, but just wanted to make a quick video on the newly announced Xperia X Compact and Xperia XZ. So both these phones were announced today, and I'm going to talk about the bad first. So the Xperia X Compact, I think is a pretty big disappointment. Just looking at the specs, it's got a Snapdragon 650. I think most people are expecting a Snapdragon 820 here. Snapdragon 650, that's really a mid-ranger rather than a high-end phone. The RAM is 3 gigabytes, which is fine. Internally, you have 32 gigabytes of storage with micro SD card support. Again, that's fine. The display is 4.6 inches, 720p. I was kind of hoping for 1080p, but, not a big deal there. Other issues with the phone besides that. The front-facing camera is only 5 megapixels, which is disappointing because you would think it would be 13, like on the XZ and the X Performance, and even the X. Rear camera is 23. That sounds like the best part of the phone. The battery is 2700 capacity. It has USB Type-C, and then there's also some other disappointments going with it. So no waterproofing. I think every compact phone in the past has had waterproofing. Xperia compact phone, of course. Also, you can't record in 4K mode. And there's no fingerprint scanner in the US version again, which, that's kind of ridiculous because, Sony, they really have to get their stuff together with the United States version of these phones. Because none of the recent ones, or none of their phones, period, have supported the fingerprint scanner in the US. Also, no CDMA. So, for those of you who don't know, that's the networks for Verizon, Sprint in the United States, and other carriers throughout the world. So, this means that I'm going to have to use the phone again as my work phone because that's AT&T. I can't use it as my personal phone because that's Verizon. So, yeah, all the Xperia compact phones in the past, all of them have been high-end phones. They made a couple small compromises, but for the most part, they've been flagships, and that's what's been so great about the phones. Now, before I recorded this video, a few days ago, I made another video, and I was talking about what I wanted to see from the phones. I said, mostly, I just hope that this phone has Snapdragon 820, and I think that's what most people assumed. But yeah, guys, just on paper. Now, I'm still going to get the phone. I'm still excited to test it out. But just on paper, I'm not excited about it. So you guys know I'm going to be honest with you. Not just going to be a fanboy, of course. Just going to give my honest opinion on it. Now, the Xperia XZ. This one I'm obviously far more excited for. I think that overall, I think it sounds like a pretty good phone. Maybe not, like the most leading tech, or rather cutting edge phone in the world, but I still think it sounds like a great phone. So it has a Snapdragon 820. It has 3 gigabytes of RAM. I know some people want 4, even 6, but guys, the X Performance, it performs really well in real world use. So I don't think that's a big deal. Obviously, for the next phone, Sony definitely has to upgrade to 4 or 6 gigabytes. But I think for now, it's okay having 3. Internally, you have either 32 or 64 gigabytes of storage with micro SD card support. The screen's a slight upgrade from the X Performance, so 5.2 inches, 1080p. And again, guys, I know some people say they want a 2K screen, but personally, I really think the X Performance screen is great. So if this is an upgrade over that, then it sounds pretty good to me. Let's see, so you also got USB Type-C, of course. The front camera is 13 megapixels. Oh yeah, and also, both these phones are Sony's first with USB Type-C. I know it's kind of been the standard for the last few months for most flagship phones, but it's nice to see Sony adapting that. Again, front camera, 13 megapixels. Rear camera, 23 megapixels. And yeah, I think that the rear camera is the most exciting part of this announcement. Because just based on what they say, it has a lot of great features in it. Now, I'll have to test it out myself, of course, before knowing for certain. But as you guys know, my main priority is filming videos. And for that reason, image stabilization is a huge part of it. And apparently the image stabilization on this is fantastic, especially for video. So definitely excited to test that out. Also, they brought back 4K mode, so that's really nice to see. So yeah, I'm very excited to test out the camera, maybe my main camera. Now there are a few disappointments with it, unfortunately, mostly in regards to the United States. So this does not support a fingerprint scanner again. I'm not sure if there's a way to like modify it to support it, but I'll look into that. And then also, let's see. So yeah, again, no CDMA. Now this does have waterproofing. Or rather, they say water resistance. I'm not sure if it's as good as on, say, the Z5, for example, but it at least has some type of waterproofing, unlike the X Compact. So yeah, guys, I mean, just my initial thoughts. Now, I will get both these phones as soon as they come out. I also requested from Sony to get a review copy. I'm not sure if that's actually going to happen, but if it does, then maybe I can have some videos early for you guys. And like always, I'm gonna have like real world speed tests, real world camera comparisons, all that good stuff. So please subscribe if you aren't already. Because you know, right now all we have is specs on paper, and I expect that the Snapdragon 650 will probably perform better than most people are anticipating for the Xperia X Compact. But again, I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed with the X Compact. The XZ seems pretty good to me, so all in all, I mean, a bit disappointed, but I'm always excited for the Xperia XZ. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and let me know in the comment section what video you want to see next.